I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't kept my cloth, they tugging. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't. Long time coming, black on the bottom of my feet from running, cataracts under my eyes from hustling, going from buying to selling to customers, run up the business, God is my witness, turn up the sun up from Monday to Sunday, we maxing our limits, my mind running like Tom Cruise on an action movie, moving the mission, they say that I'm tripping, I've been told I need a vacation, I'm finessing the visit, first class, my feet up high in the air on business,
Yeah, that's right. Welcome to it. Welcome to TSR Live. I'm one of your hosts, Tone Gapone. This is where we celebrate culture. Of course, we're going to debate the norms, share opinions on all the trending topics.
Hey, friends. What's up, Roomies? I'm Kiki, your co-host. And here's the most important thing, okay? The show is interactive. We live, baby. So drop your comments down there in the chat and chime in. We want you to be a part of the conversation, okay?
That's right. You join this conversation. This is TSR Live. This is the place where you'll hear from your favorite artists, reality stars, content creators, and influencers. Basically, anybody who's shaping the culture, they'll be right here.
Absolutely. Roomies, y'all ready? Let's get it. All right, Diddy is set to head to trial with the jury selection to begin on Monday, May 5th. Now, the crazy thing about it, this is the same day of one of his favorite events. It's the Met Gala. Now, Puff, of course, will have to miss this year, but here's what we do know about the trial.
He gonna miss this.
He gonna miss it. He gonna miss it. Now, Diddy, a.k.a. Love, has been granted permission to wear non-prison clothing during the trial. That's very cool. He rejected, though, a federal prosecutor's sex trafficking plea deal ahead of the trial. Now, his attorneys are saying he's just his attorney, I was about to say a freaky swinger, but he's just a swinger, not a sexual predator. He also recently added Young Thug's attorney, Brian Steele, to his team. Now, what do you guys think about all of this?
It's wild.
Yes.
Definitely wild. Not going to see Diddy at the Met Gala. But it's funny to me that he's concerned about like his fashions for the trial, which I don't blame him because they said he'd been looking real rough in there.
Yeah. And also I think that plays into it. Because if you're in the trial and you sitting there in an orange suit, it just looks guilty. You look more like a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
know, hopefully they let him get a haircut, let him get some Beijing. They say his hair is really gray. You know what I'm saying? Let him look like himself. So you can, you know, I don't think it's fair to have somebody on trial in the orange suit.
No, that's not fair. That's not fair. Let him go sit up there. Remember, you are innocent until proven guilty. Now, in more related news,
the Roomies are hilarious. Somebody said he gonna wear his Met Gala fit to the courtroom. Damn, Miss Angie.
Miss Angie, y'all wilding already. The Roomies, the show just started, y'all.
I love it.
Right. In more related news, Puffy's first son, Justin's mother, Misa Hylton, is suing her longtime friend, Mary J. Blige, for $5 million.
No more pain.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, Misa and her management claim Mary is withholding rapper Vado's completed album to pressure him into cutting a business ties with Misa. All right. Now, Mary and Misa have been friends for about 30 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, do you think this is over Vado or business or something we don't know about?
It gotta be over more than just this Vado. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been friends for years, y'all. From what I know, Mary is Justin's godmother.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we watching a real episode of Empire. Like Diddy in jail, you know what I'm saying? Lucius in jail, Cookie out here still touring, and that Cookie that fell out with the Stylist. You know, Misa is a culture shaper. Like when you look at Bad Boy, Lil Kim, Mary J. Blige, all they swag, she is the architect behind that. And her and Mary have been locked in for years. So at this point, they need to get together, call Cookie Johnson them, because they the girl group, Taraji P. Henson, all them. They need to get together and figure this out. This cannot be over to a rapper Vado. No disrespect, but come on now.
And let me tell you something. When I get in my 50s, my friends are my friends.
Period.
We can't fall out in my 50s now.
You know too much.
Whatever happened. We've been here too long, over 30 years. Whatever it is, let's figure it out. Let's figure it out.
Absolutely. It's a crazy look. I think it's over something more than just Vado and business. I mean, they've been friends for too long. This is something else. It's
some other stuff. Be, man. Gotta be.
But I just don't think that's the time to get new friends. Just figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Please figure it out. But fellas, let's talk about this. Kendrick Lamar's GNX tour is not the only thing that's selling out.
Come on.
His flared jeans, the Celine Marco jeans that he wore for the Super Bowl halftime show, have dominated the internet searches during January to March, according to lists. Now, the jeans cost $1,200, okay, and it sold out instantly and drove 412% search increase for the flared pants. Now, it looks like Kendrick is continuing to lean into the fashion industry. He recently became a Chanel ambassador, leading the brand's latest eyewear campaign, which I love this for Kendrick. Okay, get them big brands, honey. Yeah. So I want to know, fellas, would you rock a pair of the flared Celine Marco jeans that Kendrick had on?
They $1,200. Now remember that.
Now, Tone, I know you are a fashion icon, honey.
Yeah, I am.
So when I look down your Instagram, you be putting it on.
I try to.
You got the pants?
No, I definitely would get them.
Okay.
I would wear those. I would wear them. I got some flared jeans. I'm wearing on my birthday.
Oh, you gonna pop out with the little flare? You got the boot cut? You gonna put on a Chelsea boot too?
No, I'm not gonna put on Chelsea.
Where them fans at? She ain't wearing that, boy.
Yes. Zach, would you wear them?
Yes, but I'm gonna get mine from Fashion Nova.
Period.
I'm gonna get the ones that are $40-something.
Yes.
I'm not getting the two. I'm just waiting to Fashion Nova to get they kind, and then I'll wear the jeans. I thought the jeans were fashionable, and the flare jeans just in style now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You remember back in Tone's day, they had the bell bottoms, and it's come back. It's come back full circle in flare jeans. Nice. So all you gotta do is just pull out your old skinny bells. Ding, get them out in the back of the closet.
I'm gonna pull them out.
You gonna hit them like this twice. And then he gonna put on his shirt. Yes, sir.
I hate
Can't
you.
wait till your birthday party.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's not nice.
It's gonna be a disco. A funky groove.
Oh yeah. Got the little shirt down with the chest.
Okay, with the chest.
Okay.
Enough.
All right,
enough.
my bad. My bad.
Sorry.
Roomies, let us know if you would pay $1,200 for the jeans that Kendrick is rocking.
That's a lot. Okay,
it is a lot.
I'm
but
sorry.
Fashion Nova, you right, gonna come through every single time.
$1,200 for some jeans.
We know because we know you rich.
No, not rich. I'm just saying that's a good pair of jeans.
You know how many outfits I can get on Fashion Nova for $1,200? My cart would be set for the whole season.
Okay.
I'm trying to pay my bills. Now, speaking of fashion, Naomi Campbell is saying that this is her last Met Gala. She made the declaration on her latest YouTube vlog saying, "It is my last Met. I can't. I'm too old. It's too much for me. The anxiety. I don't know what number this is for me. I think it could be number 20 or 21. Can you imagine?" Girl, we wasn't looking for you. She also said
that is a supermodel. That is an icon. Look at how that's Black beauty at its finest.
It is. It truly is. But when I tell you that is, I love you.
She's
Naomi.
a staple.
She is a staple. But when I tell you, I wasn't looking for. But anyway, she also said she never follows the Met Gala themes. Okay, Rebel. Like you don't follow the themes, you don't want to go, okay? But yeah.
Well, let's get into more of this year's Met Gala with someone who is familiar with the Met Museum's biggest night. Roomies, let's welcome stylist Posh McCoy. What's up?
Can you hear?
Hey,
how you doing? Posh, what's up?
What's good? How are you all? Thank you for having me.
Good.
Posh, first of all, that outfit is amazing. I can't even see the whole thing, but just from
it's something. It's a little something slide.
I know that's right. Yeah,
the fashion.
You just serve it from the neck up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, baby, you don't want to see what's on the bottom, okay?
Oh, baby, that's how I was during COVID on all the Zoom meetings. Okay.
Okay. Great to see you all. Love what you all doing. Happy to be here. What's up? I'm here to talk. What we into? What's up?
Okay. Yes.
Well, Posh, I want to ask you: is it considered taboo not to follow the Met Gala themes?
A bit. Anna curates and invites everyone personally and her team, so it is definitely something. It's tricky if you don't follow it. You know what I mean? The purpose of you being there not only is a fundraiser, but also to celebrate and be a part of the theme and the exhibit that night. But certain people have their ways of where they can bounce through those loopholes. And the funny thing is, Naomi was one of the first people I worked with on the Met Gala, so it's kind of funny to see her announcing that now.
That's crazy because I don't understand why she won't do it. Because let me tell you, my auntie throw an all-white party every year in her backyard. She will kick you out.
Yeah,
if you ain't got your all-white on.
She's done it so many times. It's not. She's like, how many more carpets? How many more times? I get it. I understand. I get it.
How was it working with Naomi? Was she as mean as everyone says she is?
I didn't, I didn't experience any of that. I met her at a very calm and cool point in her career and life. Naomi was an honor. Number one, I watched her growing up, the Victoria's Secret shows.
We all did.
She's so major. But it was an honor. It was honestly a privilege to work with her. 10 out of 10 would do it again. I'm grateful to have that experience. And, if she want to take a bow, by all means, it's well-deserved and earned.
She has earned it. Now, how many Met Galas have you styled so far? And have your muses always followed the theme every year?
This will be like the fourth one that I think we're working on with. And this year, I'm working alongside Colin Carter. So everyone that I've worked with has followed it. I mean, if all Met Galas are open to interpretation, I think that's the beautiful part about it, is that you take the theme, you see what it is, you do your research, and you make it happen to the best of your ability. Even like Cardi last year, with that, she was the Black Rose, in the garden, and that was such a wonderful and really, really fun time to have. So, it's whatever you make it.
Yeah, she slays. Ooh, I can't wait to see what she's wearing.
Yeah, crushed that. Crazy. Crushed that. Now, who else have you worked with, Posh?
As far as the Met or just in general?
Yeah, just as far as Met and in general too.
It's been I've been doing this at this rate for about like 6 years now. I work with Naomi, Drew Barrymore, the Migos, of course, Cardi, Zendaya, Ariana Grande, Tiffany Haddish. It's a lot of people. Jamila Jamil, Lil Mama, Azealia Banks, Mary J. Blige that we were speaking about earlier, Tracy Ellis Ross, Victoria Monet, Kelly Rowland, Normani, Shamik Moore, Shamar Moore. A lot of I've been grinding for a while.
Wow.
I love it. Now, you just arrived in New York today. Who are you styling, and what does the next 4 days look like for you? I know you're busy.
Well, we got off the plane working, girl. But I'm working alongside Colin Carter this year, and this year we are working with Cardi B. I'm working on behalf of with his team. The next 4 days are definitely going to be hectic. There's jewelry, there's shoes, there's fittings, there's the cars, there's the hotels, there's the paparazzi, there's it's a lot of little pieces that go on that a lot of people don't know about, that I'm happy to make it happen, because this is one of the biggest carpets of the year. So this is where you put your best foot forward. You bring out those brands, you bring out that expensive jewelry, you bring out those shoes you can't walk in, bring it all out. This is a carpet for that.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see.
That's busy.
It's a lot. It's a lot of jewelry. It's a lot of shoes. It's a lot of handbags. It's a lot of earrings. It's a lot of it's a lot of little tedious points. But the devil is always in the details. You know what I mean? It's the difference between a small earring and then like an earring that's the shape of the coat, or the shoe, the height, the width. It's so many little things that make a difference. But that's why we're here, to make those things happen.
Absolutely. All right, let's bring in another fashion pro. And Posh, I think our next guest. You both have a muse in common, Zendaya. Roomies welcome hairstylist for La Roche, Nia Long, Zendaya, Beyonce, Devon Joy Randolph, and so many more. Wow, welcome, Ty Simon. What's happening, Ty?
Hey.
Ty, what's up?
Good. Uh-oh, do we have our sound?
We can't hear you, Ty.
Oh.
And now we're both, first of all, glad to have you both on, especially during this time. This is a crazy time. You've done the Met before, and who did you work with, and who are you working with anybody this year, Ty?
Okay, so this year I am working with Law. Of course, we all know Law. My other client I can't tell you, but I've got
okay.
Okay, you got to keep that one secret. Okay, cool. Well, this year's dress code is tailored for you, and it focuses on Black men, Black excellence, and dandyism. Can you break down what dandyism is? We're gonna start with you. We're gonna start with Posh first. Posh, we're gonna start with you.
Gotcha. Dandyism, I feel, kind of reverts back to somewhat of like the Harlem early Black renaissance of fashion, and exuding opulence and maximalism in all facets, whether it be the jewelry, whether it be the shoes, all facets of maximalism all in one. It's down to the feather hats. It's like your aunts and uncles at church with the feather hats. It's the pimps down to the canes and the shoes, and even down to the socks. It's really just maximalizing all the things that we felt in the past were oppressive, and using those now as our front street of, this is where we have, and now we rock it. And honestly, we always are. We're the heartbeat of culture. We're the heartbeat of fashion.
Absolutely.
And dandyism, I believe, is just at the root of that. And it's really an honor and a privilege to be able to participate in this one, particularly to where we literally are the front row.
I love it. Now, Ty, we'd like to get your thoughts on dandyism. And is it for men and women?
I feel like it is for men and women. It's like, you know, you can play with it. A lot of people can play with different things. I feel like this is for the women to show that they can also rock a suit as well, outside of, you know, just men rocking the suit. You know what I'm saying? My famous girl, Zendaya, she eats the suit down. So we're gonna see what she
love it. All right, now this question is for both of you.
Okay.
What makes a good muse?
A beautiful face.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Can't make a nasty six look good, huh?
Oh God.
Tone is wild. Tone is wild.
Yes, he is, girl. Yes, he is.
He ain't changed.
This is crazy.
I feel like you have to.
I think that and just the willingness
has to exude confidence, right? You can be a good six, but if you exude the confidence, you can rock anything. You can sell anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Now you both work with Law Roach. What's it like working with Law, and what lessons have you learned?
Well, I call Law my fairy godmother. You know, Chicago. You know. So
yeah,
for sure.
Working with him is just like working with an icon. You just learn so much. You have to pay attention. He's going to give you all the gems, but you got to make sure you keep your eye on what he's saying and what he's not saying, because he don't say a lot, but he do say a lot.
What about you, Posh?
Absolutely. Now, I got my doctorates in styling. You know, he's grinded. He's earned his way up. You know what I mean? He started from his early days with his vintage shop. He has an eye and an eye for details that a lot of people don't have, and specifically his is so curated, even down to the height of the heel. You know what I mean? Down to the platform height. Everything you see, which is why they call him the architect, is built. And it's super respected. And what he does is an art form. And when you learn that working with him as well.
That's amazing. Now, Ty, you were at the Cowboy Carter tour opening night in Los Angeles. So I got to get your thoughts on how the Queen V is coming with the costumes and her crew and the hair. What's it giving this time?
It's giving all the things. It was definitely an experience. You had to be there. You can't put it into words. It's fire.
Oh, that's dope.
That is, yeah.
If you missed the first one, she gonna give you a little bit of it in this one, but it's more of like a conversation piece.
Okay.
Beyonce the one, man.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Beyonce is the one.
Facts. We all agree.
All right, now that we know what dandyism is, let's play a TSR Met Gala game. It's called Are You Dandy or Not? Okay, and I want to start with dandy or not couples. Okay, Ty, you ready? Posh, you ready? Okay, now you tell me if these couples are dandy or not. We're gonna start with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Let's look at it. Yes, Jay-Z and Beyonce. Jay-Z looks pretty like black and white, classic. Beyonce.
I think it's dandy.
Is that dandy?
Yeah, it is. But you say
that about why is it dandy?
It's Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Okay. Period.
That was from the Looking Glass exhibit, and I feel the dress exhibited, a looking glass. It's see-through. It's the diamond pieces. It's adornment, and we always know she's gonna rock a Givenchy piece. So that in itself is always gonna be. I mean, imagine being able to say I only wear Givenchy.
That's crazy. They got Michelle holding the dress.
I only wear Target shit.
Fashion
Nova shit. That's all I wear. Target. Yes.
Yeah.
All I wear is H&M machine. All right.
That's my favorite brand.
All right. Let's do this. Dwayne and Gabrielle Wade. Let's pull them up on the screen. Yes. Okay. Now this was from the Met in 2024. Okay. Posh, let's start with you. What do you think?
I don't see the image, but I do know that I would definitely consider them definitely dandy. I feel they're one of those couples that's not afraid to step out. Yeah, I feel like they're never afraid to she has good on. Love. I feel they're not afraid to step out. I feel they're not afraid to push the envelope. I feel they're not afraid at all. And a part of dandyism is empowerment and the ability to show to almost peacock a bit. And I think they are definitely a dandy couple.
What you think, Ty?
I always think they're pushing the barriers, so I also think that they are a dandy couple.
All right, cool. The couples do they
Me too.
2 for 2. All right, let's move on to Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. I don't even think this is a question. They always kill it. Yeah, we don't even. Oh yeah. Well,
Rihanna is the queen of the Met, and I don't care what nobody say. Y'all can argue me down, Rihanna. That's it.
Really?
The queen.
She shuts it down every single time. Look at this. Look at the lashes on the shade. Come on.
I need that. I need those right now.
That's crazy. The
That's
last on the
tough.
shade is crazy.
That's tough. That's tough.
Absolutely.
Is that the one where
Absolutely.
ASAP got the skirt, the kilt on?
Don't call it a skirt. It's a kilt.
Mm-hmm.
That's fire, bro.
See, there we go.
You'll wear one?
I wear a kilt.
You should wear one for your birthday.
I'm not gonna wear. I wore a kilt one time on Halloween.
Just a freak.
You just a freak.
Thank you.
Because he ain't wearing it for fashion.
Yeah.
I know better than that.
69 guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tone. He a 69 guy.
All you gotta do is, listen, I got a flap on. All I gotta do is move it to the side.
Okay, Posh, yes.
I got to move it to the side on.
Yes.
All right. Now let's do some individual dandy options. All right. First up, we're gonna do Zendaya. This is Zendaya from Met 2024. Let's pull her picture up.
Looking forward to seeing Zendaya.
We waiting on this. She must be coming.
We got
Yes. Tough.
Now you can't even see her.
I can't wait to see you.
She's just tough in general.
She's tough.
I mean,
Of course.
fit though. You just see
Yeah.
Come on.
It's the buggery campaign, that ain't it?
This is what
This
Ty
is-
just said. First off, be beautiful. Bang, covered it.
Yeah, I don't know where they got this picture of Zendaya.
Yeah, that ain't on the carpet or nothing. Who can't do? Come on, Toe.
Not to say it's
You're
fire.
so easily impressed. All right.
Easy.
Everybody got an airbrush picture like that on their Instagram right now. That look AI.
Not my girl.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Exactly what I told you. Fire.
It's cool.
Oh,
She gonna eat
What
always.
y'all, let's ask the professionals. Ty, what you think?
She gonna eat always. We know between her and Law, their minds together is unstoppable. It's nothing
There it is.
they won't do.
An
Law, what you think?
unbeatable pair.
A dynamic.
Zendaya, again, just as it was an honor working with Law, it was an honor working with Zendaya because she definitely, her as well, has such an eye for details and responses and all the things that go with any type of look that she does.
Absolutely.
Press, carpet, film, every single thing she does, she always has a super keen eye. That's why her and Law work so well together. Them together, Law and Z, dandy, super dandy. Dandy.
I think the best part
And
is
I can't
the
wait
pose.
to see what they pull out this season too.
It's the confidence. I told you. You
It's
gotta
the
have it.
pose.
You
Yeah,
gotta
that's-
sell it. You have to sell it.
She's selling it. All right, let's move to The Weeknd. This is The Weeknd from Met 2017.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
He kept it chill. Look like he's going to a wedding.
Clean.
Clean.
yeah. They
Clean. Is that dandy though?
Mm-mm.
It gotta be a little edgy, right?
He,
I
you
said
know,
no.
he-
Oh, I would not say it. This is
He's-
not quite dandy.
he's the best man at a wedding.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's clean.
Yeah.
It's definitely the deacon, but not the pastor.
It's chill, just basic. Ain't nothing spectacular about this.
He got the call last minute.
Not even a tailoring.
He's like, hey, bro, I need a suit tonight.
Yeah.
I need a suit tonight.
in an hour.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to Sarah Jessica Parker.
Oh, I love
That's
it.
fly.
Oh, I
That's
love it.
fly. That is fly. Sarah Jessica Parker, Met 2024.
It's fire.
Ty, can you see the image?
I see it now. There we go.
Yeah.
It's fire. I think she's very on theme. The hair is fire. The outfit is tailored. Impeccable. Posh.
All right.
Posh.
All right. So what you got, big dog?
It's SJP. Like she's a pioneer of the dandy itself. I mean, the hat itself, you know what I mean? It's those little small details and the heel and the tailoring of the waist. All those things all equate to maximalism, in which she definitely exudes in everything she does from the jump of whatever any project she's on.
That's right.
Max, I'm gonna go with that.
That's dope. All right, this is your last one. Here we go. This is Wiz Khalifa.
Okay.
Met 2017. He clean.
That's dandy.
That's clean.
That's
clean.
Yeah.
That's dandy.
Now that's how you wear a suit.
That's how you wear a suit. Yeah.
There you go, right there. Honest, and I know Dapper Dan would give his stamp of approval.
Very Dapper Dan.
That is clean.
Yeah,
That's
I like
clean.
I really like that one.
Absolutely. And of course, Dapper Dan himself, a pioneer of the dandy collab itself. You know what I mean? Dapper Dan is so major. So major.
Well, I want y'all to know, Posh and Ty, I'm going to the Patti LaBelle concert in Chicago, and I just want to know if y'all can send me a few looks.
All right.
Whatever you need, I got you. Whatever you need.
Okay. I want to wear all white.
Yeah. We'll have you dandy and proper.
Kick in my mouth. Okay.
Yeah, we got you. Just send the hotel info. We got you. We'll be over there.
Okay. All right. I'll send it to
We
you.
be there.
In my budget.
Oh my God.
We gotta know what the rate is, though. What's the rate? What we talking
right now? We working on it. Okay.
Girl, he ain't got no rate or no budget.
Right.
But we know that y'all have real work to do, and we cannot wait to see how these looks turn out. So thank you both for joining the show today, and we look forward to having you back.
Thank you so much for having us.
Please, we would love to make it happen again. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Stay strong these next 4 days.
Yeah.
I already know.
They get ready to kill it.
Send it thoughts and
Send
prayers,
a prayer to the ancestors.
Yeah. And of course, Roomies, the Shade Room will be streaming live from the Met Gala. I got my look getting together. Okay, I'm trying to be Dan.
Okay.
Dandy.
You ain't gotta try. You already there, mama.
You already there.
Thank you, friend.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely be streaming live from the Met Gala, and you can also tap in with us on Monday to check out TSR handles for more details.
Oh, that's gonna be dope.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely dope.
Look
All
forward to
right,
it.
guys. Savannah James is headed to the Met on Monday as her husband LeBron is set to be the honorary co-chair because he's got time now. Now, the mother of 3 and co-host of the Everybody's Crazy podcast recently shared her experience of motherhood and the challenge of being a young mom. Take a listen.
I also had my first child young. I was 18 when I had him. Then I had another baby at 20 and then another at 28, something like that, I think. Child, I don't know. But with the boys especially, it was really hard for me to find identity outside of being a mom. I felt like that is where my identity was supposed to be. So I just kind of put all the eggs into that basket.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Mm-hmm. Now let's bring in a couple roommate mommies to get into the next TSR debate. Come on in, Roomies. Where you at?
Hello.
What's up?
Hey, ladies.
Okay, let's get some names. The roomie on the top in the closet or the shelves in the back. Where you at?
The closet. I'm in my home office.
Oh, mama. I don't know. You ladies have these closets that look like the department stores. Like, amazing room. So you're in your office. What's your name again?
My name is Dominique.
All right. How you doing? Where you from?
I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
All right. Now the next roomie down there. What's happening? What's your name?
My name is Charmel.
How you doing? Where you checking in from?
I'm in Houston, Texas.
Houston, hey, all right. Baltimore and Houston. Well, there's some black ass cities right there. We're gonna get the real. All right. For sure. Now, motherhood, could that cause you to lose your identity? Either one could jump in first.
I would say for me, it did not. I had my children when I was younger. I had one at 18, and then 10 years later, I had my other one. But I would say it's all about creating balance. There's no manual. There's no really right or wrong way. But it's a topic that should be discussed more in our community, most definitely. Because a lot of women do lose themselves when they have children. I work in childcare, so I'm very familiar with this topic. But
okay.
I would love to hear her side as well.
I will say yes. Since I have my kids, honestly, basically like I tend to forget about myself because I put them before me. Of course, you know, you're gonna do whatever you need to do for your children, and I'm just so focused on them. Like I said, I don't really have a life anymore. But this year, I told myself I want to get back to me and me more. That way, you know, I can start feeling good, more confident about myself. So
yeah, I love that. How old are your children?
my daughter is 13 and my son is 2.
Okay.
No, she's 14. She just turned 14. She just had a birthday.
All right. Happy birthday to her. Happy birthday. I think that's probably the toughest thing for women. And that's probably why you see, I mean, it's always all these studies of women waiting longer and longer to have kids because they have watched their friends lose their identity. When you become a mom, like mom is everything, really. Like the mom is everything. So it's, I wish I could even have some advice. Cause I know my mom and my grandmothers, it was like it was us. And then until we became teenagers, then they kind of eased off. So I think that's a tough balance for women.
Yeah, I think it's important for mothers to have a village. I think the villages sometimes are not villaging like we need them to, or like mothers need them to, because then you don't have anyone to help you. A lot of grandparents aren't grandparenting like they used to. You don't have people that you can trust with your kids. So it's hard not to lose yourself. But do you guys feel like you have strong villages to help you?
Absolutely. I do have a strong village around me. And I would say, if you don't, I would say to create the village, or I would say surround yourself with people who you feel are trustworthy to, you know, assist you with growing and getting to where you need to be. If you can't, you know, find the village, you can create it. So,
I just have a question for y'all.
Sure.
Not for you, just for the people who know me personally. I just want to know why y'all didn't ask me. Why did I lose myself in fatherhood? Because as a single father, I just want to know. I understand, yes, mothers go through it, but as a single father, how come y'all have never questioned or asked about my identity? And did I lose my identity as a single father?
We don't care.
Okay, all right. Because as a single father, you can lose your identity. It's just always daddy.
Your identity is not lost.
You know what I'm saying?
Knock it off.
Because I got my son calling me daddy. I got the women calling me daddy. And it's just, everybody's just calling me daddy. You know? It ain't enough daddy to go around. You know what I'm saying?
You are sick.
You're not right.
I can't believe he said that.
I'm so sorry, ladies. I am embarrassed.
Right.
I can't believe he said that.
Oh my God. Can either of you share some tips on how to make sure you don't
all
lose
of us?
No, I'm not talking to you.
Oh.
I'm talking to the mothers here.
Okay.
Can you share some tips on how you make sure to not lose your identity after becoming a mother, especially for the new moms?
Kind of like what she said, you gotta find some balance. Definitely, you know, have your time with your kids, but have time for yourself too. Make sure you make time for yourself. That way, you know, you're not overwhelmed or feeling depressed or going through whatever you're going through. You know, if you find time for yourself away from your kids, it'll kind of help you.
You got to get away from them moms.
Yes,
You got
Block them every now and then.
You got to get away from them
Block your
kids.
kids. Every now and
What
then.
do you think? 'Cause I think I know what the problem is. I definitely know what the problem is.
What's the problem?
The problem is the grandmas is AAAing. The grandmas is out. It's no real grandmas no more. It's no such thing as a grandma anymore. All the grannies got lives. That didn't happen back in the day.
They got Instagram accounts. They had brunch.
They got lace fronts on.
Yep.
So
that's my mom.
That's my mom.
And my family is completely opposite. They're very hands-on. They're very engaged. My parents, I couldn't ask for better parents. My mom's amazing everywhere, but we're a tight-knit family. So everyone comes from different backgrounds. We all have different dynamics. So that's why everyone's journey, her experience might have been different from mine. But
You blessed, sister.
you blessed.
We
You blessed.
can tell by how clean your office is. We can tell how about clean your office is. You ain't worried about your kids.
I am.
My son would have been climbing all the way up the office. Would have been fruit snack wrappers up there.
I'm not climbing up.
All types of stuff.
What's one thing you guys would share about motherhood that you wish you knew before you became a mother? Like, what's that one thing you wish somebody would have told you before you had them kids?
Don't have them.
Shut up.
Go out, have as much fun.
Really, that's
it's overrated.
That is a tough question. Probably what I would say is that while they're young, is to like do the hard part, do the work while they're young, where they don't really know what's going on. Because mine is older, so she got me all figured out. So while they're young, that's the time where you can kind of fake the struggle. They enjoy simple things when they're young, going to the park, having ice cream, sitting in the house. Just simple things. Don't waste money while they're young, because when they get older, they want electronics. I wasted so much when she just wanted simple things. So that's probably what I wish I would have known.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hear
Roomies are weighing in too in the back, or in the comments, saying the things that they wish they knew. What about you, Brand?
Honestly, true. I wish somebody had told me take a nap when they nap, instead of trying to clean up or take care of other stuff. Just take your nap when they nap, because you still need your rest too. And then when they wake up, then you got to tend to them. So now you tired. Now you fussing at them, taking it out on them. Like, yeah, nap when they nap.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I have a
create boundaries. Yeah, that's.
And and have sex when they sleep.
Oh, what?
That's true though.
Y'all
That's the best, because once they get old, you can't do it no more.
Yeah,
you can't do it no more. Like around 4 is the sweet spot. 4 and younger. Once they get to 5, they'll jump out of bed on you.
So kids are just cock blockers.
Kids are the worst.
Kids are the worst.
Let's talk about it. I mean, I don't mean to pry. You don't have to answer if y'all don't want to. But are y'all still with your baby fathers? Was the father of your children?
No.
Neither one of them. Okay. Now, would you say that the relationship got broken down when you had children? Or was it before?
It could be both.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, it was when them kids came. Okay, everybody be happy with their partner till you had them kids, and I know nobody wants to say it. They're like, "Oh, don't blame the kids." No, it's the kids' fault. We was happy.
Oh my God!
Think about when you was happy in that relationship. It's usually the kids, and I just want people to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like we're always in the rush for the next thing. You start talking and you be like, oh, well, when we gonna take this serious? When we gonna be exclusive? Then they be like, when we getting married? When we having kids? Why don't we just, if we happy in talking, let's just stay there. If we happy in marriage with no kids, let's stay there. I think we should live in the happy part a little longer before we had these babies.
We are
wise words from Zach Boog.
Zach Boog is crazy. I am appreciating you guys sharing your story, and the great thing about it, at least you guys do recognize that you can lose your identity, and you trying to make changes so you can, have fun and get back to yourself and back to hanging out, because y'all deserve it.
You are in Houston, Queen. Go to
Chapman and Kirby
on Sunday. Get you a babysitter on Sunday. Hit Task Rabbit, find somebody, watch them kids for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Hey, you in Baltimore, go to Rose Bar, girl. Go to Rose Bar on Sunday, man. Get up to DC, man. Tell Marlon Tone sent you. I got it. I know people around places. Look.
Thanks for joining us, ladies.
Look at the baby. That's how they get us. They be cute.
Thank you so much, though. Thank you, ladies. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, this has been a thing. It's been all over social media. Shedeur Sanders' jersey has become the #1 selling rookie jersey in the NFL this week. Now, here to discuss the Sanders effect is a couple of TSR sport headlines. And yes, and she's going to come and discuss all of the TSR sports headlines and, of course, the Shedeur effect. It's my girl, Shari Nycole. What up, Shari? What's happening?
What's up, Tone Capone? You're going to get my name right today. It's Shari.
Okay,
Think Stevie Wonder, but it's good to see you. Hey, y'all.
Hey, Queen.
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
I'm sorry. I'm Stevie Wonder with the glasses on today. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yes,
How y'all feeling?
We all right.
We good.
All right, now Shedeur was supposed to be a first round, and it happened that he actually could have been a second round. All reports were saying that he had everything going for him. Now, then it seems like later on, everybody's talking about it was a smear campaign about the draft, which landed him at the 144th pick. What do you think happened?
Exactly what you said. I mean, and let's just be honest. Like when we look at the lineage that Shedeur Sanders comes from, we look at the bravado, you know, it rubs people the wrong way. And so when you go from being a prospective first round pick to 144, that's by clear intention. That's not accident. That's not a conspiracy. I think it was a concerted effort by GMs across the league to say, this is not somebody we want to impact our team. I personally appreciate Shedeur's confidence. And the thing is, ego, guys, is all throughout. It permeates sports. I've never met an athlete who doesn't have an ego. That's just what comes with the territory. So my hope is that, you know, with the Browns, he's able to learn. You've got Flacco there who's on his way out pretty soon, a vet that he can learn from. There's a lot of opportunity for Shedeur to get on the Browns and do some great things. So I'm looking forward to his future, but I definitely think it was on purpose. But the thing about, you know, a young man like this who comes from the lineage that he comes from, it's only up from here. So I think they've ignited a fire in him, and we're going to see some great things from him in the future.
I think the NFL.
I mean, you answered a lot of those questions, but there also been reports that he botched the draft interviews on purpose. A lot of people also were talking about Deion Sanders trying to manipulate the draft in a way that the Mannings did, you know, and people saying that, you know, it was tough for Shedeur, even though he had a first round grade. That, I mean, Eli was the consensus #1 pick and was a Heisman runner-up. So it was a little bit different in that. So do you think the Deion, they may play the wrong card?
I mean, I think that can be argued. I think that Deion played the card that Deion felt he needed to play to protect his sons. And as you mentioned, this is something that happened with Eli on the other side. I think the only difference, besides some of the stats you mentioned, was race. I mean, I think we just need to be honest here. This is somebody who wants to, at all costs, make sure his sons get placed in the right place. And nepotism is a part of sports. LeBron just did it. So I think, you know, I do think that you have to play the game in a certain way in order to not reap some of the consequences that Shedeur, you know, reaped. But at the same time, I can't really blame Deion Sanders for trying to protect his son, because the reality is he's seen this league from a vantage point that most people haven't. So if I had a child that I knew was going to enter into a league that could potentially bring them harm if they're not cared for properly and put on the right path, I would probably do the same thing. But yes, that's the risk involved. I do think, though, that Deion understood that. And I also think he also braced Shedeur and Shiloh for that. So, you know, it is what it is. I don't think it's right, but it is what it is.
Yeah. And a lot of people haven't talked about that. A lot of teams didn't need quarterbacks this year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was really about 5 teams that needed quarterbacks too. So he was projected to slide before it even happened. They was projecting him to possibly slide to the end of the first round, beginning of the second, prior to the draft, just because a lot of teams didn't need quarterbacks. You knew Cam Ward was coming off the board. Now, we didn't think that all those quarterbacks were going to be picked before Shedeur, and I definitely see what you're talking about of shutting him out. But a lot of teams, we were literally looking at the board like, Chiefs not picking him, Saints not picking him,
but they're not picking
Bears not picking him.
They're not picking at the top of the draft. The teams at the top of the draft did not have a quarterback. That's what the thing is. They didn't.
Wasn't a lot of them that didn't.
But he's saying the need, though, Tone. He's speaking to the need. He's right, because if Shedeur would have gone second round, I don't think anybody would have been shocked. You might have said, "Oh man," but nobody would have been shocked.
He had a higher grade than Cam Ward from Mel Kiper, who's been covering the draft for 1,000 years.
Mel Kiper was the only one, and he's been wrong for the last 10 years. Everybody know Mel Kiper ain't got nothing right in 20 years.
Mel Kiper. Man, he was so mad about it. He was so mad about it last week. I felt bad for Mel.
Mel stay wrong.
No, the thing of it is.
Think about the order. It was Titans.
The Browns, no quarterback.
Exactly.
Titans, no quarterback.
Titans was Cam.
And before they went and signed Russell, which I don't even know why the Steelers got rid of Russell, because he had a good season.
You said before they signed Russell. Russell was on the team.
You know why? Because Aaron Rodgers is on the phone. Aaron Rodgers is putting bugs in some folks' ears over in Pittsburgh. Let's just give it a buck. That's why.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
I'm
so do I need to march or not? Because I'm ready to march on for what you're doing.
Nah, sis, hold your shoes. Don't march.
I'm ready to put my boots on the ground. Okay.
No,
all
it's
right.
okay.
Just buy his jersey. Buy Shedeur's jersey and support.
Okay.
But yeah, we can hold off on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to the NBA playoffs. You know, they're in full motion, and it's been at least 3 fights this week. Has trash talking gone too far? Are the fans getting too involved, or is it just good basketball?
You should be asking, are the fathers getting too involved? Because Halliburton's father going on the court like that was absolutely
lost yesterday. So now we know that LeBron will have no conflicts going to the Met Gala on Monday. And we saw Anthony Edwards, doing a victory lap around the crypto arena after the game last night.
That was gangster.
It really was.
That was so
petty. I love it. He's so petty.
That was so gangster.
And during the post-press conference, LeBron had a cryptic message about his future in the NBA after the game. Do you feel it's time for Bron to retire?
All you Bron GOAT people, I love everyone, but it is time for him to retire. And I've been saying, it's funny, I said this to my tribe when they lost. I said, we're going to be talking about the ambiguity surrounding LeBron James staying or going for at least the next 2 or 3 weeks. It literally is going to become the undertow of the playoff narrative. So I do think it's time for him to retire. He's done an amazing job for the league, but the league it's not in his hands anymore. And I know I know some people would argue that, but when we look at teams, Anthony Edwards, we just talked about him. He's the next iteration of the greatness that this league is going to be carried by. When we look at what's going on with OKC, SGA can't be denied. So LeBron has sowed a lot of seeds into this game. He's one of the greatest to ever play this game. But if you watch him, he's tired. But they're playing up and down like this. By the end of the third, top of the fourth, the man he's having a tough time. So he's got young sons. It's time to really, get behind Bronny in a new way. Bryce is going to Arizona. There's so many, he's doing great things in business. I think it's time for him to hang it up. Now, I will say, if you're gonna hang it up, just do it. I don't want to be talking about what you're gonna do for the next month. Like, we're over that every year. You've been doing that the last 3 years. It's played out.
You got a little LeBron hater.
I'm not a hater. LeBron James is 40. He's 40 years old. He has done things that this game may never see from a single player ever again. I'm acknowledging that. Michael Jordan's always going to be my GOAT, period. It just is what it is.
I can tell how you talk.
But LeBron, so let me ask you, do you think LeBron James is going to carry the Lakers to a championship? Because if you don't think that, he needs to retire.
I don't have to. I've seen different versions of great players. You know what I'm saying? That's what players do when they are great. When they mature, that's why they got Luka. Luka can carry the load. Luka was out of shape.
He can't, because Luka cannot defend an ant.
I understand that it's a lot of people that can't defend. So what you do is you put players around them that can defend. That's what they said about Cleveland. You remember before they started winning, they said that Darius and what's my man name? Donovan Mitchell were too small to defend. Then they got them 2 trees, and then you were able to defend. You hid Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson wasn't a defender, but you hid him around all those defenders. So I mean, he got skills in between the tackles. But what I'm trying to say is, Luka not being able to defend won't stop anything.
It's gonna stop a lot. It stopped him in this series. You don't think that matters that he can't defend?
If LeBron can still average 20-something points a game, he should still be playing. I mean, it's players who aren't LeBron.
Zach,
on his downhill is better than some players in their prime.
Zach, that's a fact. But don't you want your GOAT to go out on top?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's not up from here. I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to be negative. It's just father time. He comes for us all.
Have a center. The tallest person on their team was 6'8". No, they had Rui Hachimura playing center, and they had Gobert looking like prime Shaq. If they had a big man, this would be a totally different conversation.
Shout out to a Chicago legend watching right now. Selena Johnson is checking in. She said Luka let folks pass him 9 times in the last game.
Yeah.
Selena Johnson checking in.
Yeah, Selena checking in. She knows
about
basketball.
LeBron.
She knows the game. She knows the game.
Yep.
So are y'all saying Luka should retire or LeBron?
No,
Luka should lose 15 pounds and take some pride in playing defense and take care of his body. And LeBron James, it's time to hang it up, because I don't see him, if he's not going to get to a place where he can legitimately compete for a championship. What is the point? Are you just stacking stats? And he could also risk injury. It's phenomenal what he's done. The fact that he's 40 years old competing at this level is incredible. But what is the end all be all for him continuing to play? What is the point?
What standard? But what other superstar have we gave this standard to? You know what I'm saying? Is now in literally averaging 20 points a game, won 50 games this year in the playoffs. Have we told any other player to retire?
No, what the thing of it is
20-something points. Do y'all understand the level? For him to be your number 2, you sure do have a lot of expectations for this man.
No, I don't. That's why he should go sit down somewhere.
He's on his swan song. He definitely needs. I don't think he should retire this year. I think because of the greatness.
Next year.
I think the greatness, but I think you get people to say the adequate goodbyes to him, the appropriate goodbyes to LeBron. And go ahead and call it one, but because LeBron's going to always, because one, the way he keeps his body in shape, his basketball knowledge, LeBron is going to be able to get a bucket anywhere in the world, any sport or any league, because of the way he just knows basketball. You can't stop LeBron James from scoring a bucket. He's not going. It's the same thing when Mike left. You're not going to stop Mike when they can get 15 points and they sleep until like LeBron is still in great shape, but the fact of the matter is that it's harder for him to keep that level of ability up throughout an entire season.
I'm just gonna end it with this. I'm gonna need 2 days off work when LeBron retires. I'm gonna need 2 days off.
Okay. Shout out to Shaq. Shaq is watching, and Shaq said, "Why is she so pretty and mean?" I don't know if you talking about me. Why you so pretty and mean?
Gosh, that's awful. I got labeled the angry black woman this evening. Oh my gosh, let me soften my voice and maybe agree with everything, and I'll be nicer. How about this? I want you, Tone, farewell tour. Next season, LeBron James, I think that's a great idea. Same thing that Kobe did. He deserves his flowers. And I say, give us one more year.
Give him a full year playing. Give him another full year playing the Robin role with Luka and them actually having some interior defense. And let's take it from there. I give him 2 more and then we'll do the tour.
I hope LeBron started a podcast and cuss everybody out.
He got a podcast where he talk about the game.
No, I hope when he retire, I hope he get on that podcast and cuss everybody. That's what I want from LeBron.
LeBron, don't put me on the list, please. Please don't put me on the cuss out list, please.
He coming for you, friend. He gonna get my BS. I just can't wait. I hope LeBron let loose on everybody. But
all right, let's move this along, man. There's a lot happening in women's basketball. Dawn Staley received her statue in South Carolina yesterday, as well deserved. And you were at the NBA draft. What are some of your predictions for the upcoming WNBA season and women's basketball overall?
Shout out to Dawn Staley, number one. It's a deserved honor for her. And, being at the WNBA draft was incredible. It's just so much excitement around the women's game, as you just mentioned, Tone. And I'm looking forward to it. I think, when we think about, Caitlin Clark has been a huge part of the narrative, as we know. She will continue to be, but now she's got some pieces around her. So interesting, we talked about pieces with LeBron. They got some trades and moved some things around. They have a new coach. I think Indiana's going to be a team to really look towards further into the playoffs. We're talking Eastern Conference Finals. So Asia Wilson's going to be Asia Wilson. Excited to see her. I'm also excited to see the Dallas Wings. You've got Arike Ongubuwale. Now you've got Paige Beckers and Dejanay Carrington. So I'm looking forward to seeing them really turn the tides as a franchise. We've got the new team out in Golden State. So it's only up from here. I think the biggest thing for the WNBA is a money thing. And we've been talking about this for years. The collective bargaining agreement is going to be a topic that's going to be discussed between now and next season, which we know. And because Unrivaled did so well and they showed that they could also provide capital to these players, it's really putting the pressure on the WNBA and their commissioner to really turn the tide when it comes to the financial piece. So for me, the excitement, the energy behind the league, I'm looking forward to this season being incredible. I'm looking forward to seeing Haley Van Lith and Andrew Reese team back up in Chicago. It's so many things happening with the league from just a competitive standpoint that I think is going to continue. That wave's going to continue. But that money, they have to get that right. That is the biggest
money because I honestly think the women players have to be able to come out at least after 2 or 3 years. 2 to 3. That 4 year is crazy, but it makes sense for them because they make the most money in college now. So it's a slippery slope for the W.
What do y'all think the range is though for that? You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
For the what you think the range should be for I definitely think it should be more than what they're getting paid currently. But do you think it should be comparable to what the NBA players are making, or where do y'all think that range is? A
top player should get me at least $20 million. The top player in the W should be making 20 million over a certain, or maybe over like 5 a year. I definitely think so.
From a business standpoint, WNBA
One
hasn't
person?
made. No, I'm saying the WNBA hasn't made the money yet. That's just
right. They haven't made the money. Yeah. So from a realistic standpoint,
no, because they have one. I don't think that is promoted. I don't think the storylines are promoted enough. I think that it's there. It's there. Now I remember women's basketball. It was like 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 players. You're like, all right, I know their name. I'm gonna check when they play. But now, dude, it's a lot of women that can a lot.
No,
like superstar women.
I agree. I'm just saying
if it marketed, I think you could get them there. I'm saying one woman making 20 over 4 years, so that's $5 million a year. I mean, that's nothing.
What you think?
You know what? That's not bad. I think, but when you look at certain players, like when you look at certain players, the sad part is the possibility of that number comes more from brand deals than it does from them actually playing on the basketball court. So I think it does go back to marketability. The league does need to continue to invest in the storylines. That's why women's college basketball is doing so well. We've fallen in love with these players off the basketball court. I think the WNBA needs to take note and do the same thing. Obviously, from a realistic vantage point, I would love to see these women come in making 6 figures. I think just realistically, that's something that the WNBA should focus on moving forward, so we can get to a point where now we're talking about players more consistently making millions of dollars. But it's as a former Division I basketball player, it is unsettling for me to see the league at this point in time almost at that 30-year mark, and this is still a conversation and a struggle. I do think, though, as we continue to move through and the excitement continues to build, it's possible, but at least 6 figures for everybody. I don't think that's a lot to ask.
It is. All right.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to work at McDonald's and play in the NBA. I mean, the WNBA, and do hair on the side and drive Uber. No, pay me, damn it.
Okay. Amen.
I ain't dribble the ball nowhere, but anyway.
Hey, Kiki. Well, we want to thank you for joining us.
Thank you all. It's been fun. I appreciate you guys so much.
Thank you.
I'll see you at Essence Fest.
I will see you there. You guys make sure you check out Essence Black Women in Sports. We're doing some great things.
Awesome.
For sure.
All right. Crazy over this next debate.
Oh, boy.
Can 100 men beat one gorilla? Okay.
What?
Can they beat 100?
One glow rilla.
One glow rilla?
One big glow. I'm just playing. No, but for 100.
They can't on them charts.
Beat one. That's true. Gorilla. The post so far accumulated more than 200 million views and sparked a social debate. So here is what we know. Let me give y'all a few facts about a gorilla. Okay, an adult male silverback gorilla weighs between 300 and 500 pounds. All right, a gorilla is between 4 to 9 times stronger than a trained human male. They can tear down small trees and bend iron bars in captivity. A gorilla can sprint short distances at around 20 to 25 miles per hour and can climb with extreme efficiency. Can 100 men beat one gorilla?
Stop saying glorilla.
Glorilla.
Oh my God. It's gorilla. And
can you beat one big glow?
This can't be the best use of our time. Who got high and started this debate?
Because here's what I think happened. This is war. China done sent this debate over here to the United States and was like, watch them. They'll talk about anything.
They so dumb.
They so stupid.
They got so much time on their hands. Like what? God. Need to be 100 men versus that book, that Bible. 100 men versus a job application. 100 men versus something
one baby mama.
One baby mama. You know what I'm saying?
100 men can't beat one baby mama. I tell you that right now. Bring them to their knees.
It's better things we should be doing.
Cases of child support on all them dudes. They'll be mad as hell. Now, I think 5 people you pick on a team that can beat one gorilla. I almost said glorilla, thanks to you. 5 people, I don't care, even the biggest star, even Shaq. I would take Shaq. Mm-hmm. I would take some offensive linemen, but still, they get destroyed. Have you ever watched Planet of the Apes? We lost. You don't want to. We would get our asses beat. Yes. 100 men would die.
Yeah.
Because you all 100. See, people talk about this, but all 100 can't fight the gorilla at once. You understand what I'm saying? And he can take 10 of y'all. So after you see the first head get smashed, I'm running. I know 100 Zach Boogs, Definitely can't beat no gorillas. Because all the Zach Bugs are running. Maybe 100 Tone Capones can. They have a better chance. But 100 Zach Bugs is running. Okay, I'm getting the hell on.
The first person to get their arm ripped off, I'm going.
What you see somebody get broken in half? Who's coming up next? Nobody.
Not a soul, man. This is a dumb debate, but hey, it's fun to talk about. Like I said, China sent this.
It's breaking up friendships all over the country. People are mad about this.
They almost fought in the barbershop over there.
Stupid.
You crazy as hell, 100 gorillas. I'm gonna pop his ass. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But friends, let's talk about this. Our homie Justin Carter, he's back with another TSR Investigates. Let's take a look at what he's been up to.
He rolled.
I hope this man does not really roll off.
And bounced? This executive producer said that she paid Rolling Ray hundreds of dollars to host a reality reunion show, Baddies on Wheels.
He's ignoring me. He
canceled on her hours before taping.
You're rolling off on the money.
And she's not alone. The Shade Room is uncovering a pattern after this woman says Rolling Ray has been helping scammers sell food stamps on Instagram and pocketing the money.
I just knew it was a scam.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates.
Off with them people money, child.
They're gonna roll them into jail.
You rolled off.
They said rolled off. Y'all crazy.
He just gonna roll around with the people money.
Right. He done rolled off with their paper, child.
I'm not getting ready to get me talk about the handicap.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
Nope.
What you want to say, Tom? What?
I'm not gonna do it.
Okay. Yeah, look, y'all be sure to watch the full TSR Investigate.
It seems like you should catch him.
An easy catch. Oh God. We don't need people running down on him with his purse and his wheelchair. That's a lot, but be sure to watch. Okay, you know TSR Investigates is going to break it all the way down. Our friend Justin Carter streaming now on the Shade Room's YouTube channel. So check it out.
I got to check out an episode of Baddies on Wheels.
Okay. All right. I'm happy for you. I want you to check that out. All right. Now we'll be back, friends. Anyway, we'll be back on Monday with a special edition of TSR Live, bringing you the looks and the culture from this year's Met Gala. Now, streaming starts at 6 p.m. Okay, so the red carpet will be open and set Eastern time, 6 p.m. We need you to be on time. Y'all got your outfits together for the Met?
A little bit.
All right.
I can't wait.
All right. Then we'll also be back next Thursday with more Shade Room headlines, debates, and of course, trending topics.
And if you have a tip, scoop, something you want us to discuss, man, just hit us up.
Until next time, represent the culture with excellence. Woo woo.
Woo woo.
It's been a long time coming. They ain't cut for my cloth, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cut for my cloth, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play?